Here's an exciting moment, a change of scenery for you. So, I'm on my way back from Western Massachusetts, where I've been living for the last 6 months or so. I'm now at my mom's house in Eastern Massachusetts, and I'm heading back to Europe soon, which is where I claim my truer home is. So, I'm in my basement, keeping it cold as usual, with a few more lights than usual. And you see a lot of tools that are my dad's and brother's and some of mine. I also have a inspiration to have a repair channel, which you might even see a few videos pop up on this one. Um, Slightly unrelated, but also not unrelated to the topics that I'm diving into. Um, so let's get into something today. The most important and biggest topic of this channel is energy. And I don't really have that many specific videos on energy, so I thought I would start diving into that one a little bit more. So, energy is the dominant currency of the world. That's because, unlike money, it exists within every human, animal, insect, and inanimate object, not just on Earth, but across the universe. Its value is based not on markets or central planning, but physical laws that are unchanging and predictable. It's the basis of every transaction that is happening, has happened, and will happen in the future. It is the supreme got it or gotta get it. There's work to be done in order to survive and reproduce, and work is built on breaking chemical bonds and transferring electrons, not dollars. To get real and get specific about how you're going to make an impact, you need to stop seeing the world through abstracted lenses. It doesn't start with money, it starts with kinetic energy. It starts with our ability to do work and actually doing the work. Our ability to do work comes from the sun. Water, the existence of our atmosphere to regulate energy created by the sun and keep all the water from boiling away, and thermal energy within the Earth's core. Skipping a trillion details that matter and neither I nor anyone fully or even partially understands, and following life, which evolved to create energy from the sun or possibly near thermal vents in the ocean or on land before that, then we get the energy sources we love as humans: the fish, the plants, the animals, all those things we eat to get currency to spend to do the work to survive. All that energy transfer. From gases to waves to bacteria to plants and fish and animals. If you think human survival doesn't depend directly on the sun, water, atmosphere, and trillions of details about the ecosystem we live in, then you need to revisit the truths you've built up in your life, because these are the building blocks for bigger truths. Energy transfer is built into our brain and body from day zero. Our emotions exist at their base to regulate energy transfer. Crying babies want food and warmth. We get tired when we've used up all the glucose in our muscles. We tend to do things in the laziest way possible unless we've been trained otherwise. We are programmed to conserve energy because conserving energy relates directly to our survival. The basics of our physiology are not going away. These are the foundational principles of the way the world works. The creation and evolution of the system of money has revolutionized the way we work together, and that's very important, but it says less than you think about our survival. Yes, you can use it to get the things you need for survival, but it is not encoded with the value of the sun, water, and atmosphere. In fact, we have avoided encoding this into our system of money for as long as I am aware. The currency of money at its base is not about our survival, it's about power. It's a currency of power in the human society. And thus, yes, it does describe your survival within the bounds of that society, But the reality is that the foundational principles upon which survival of life are bound have little to do with human societal principles. The currency of power in the universe is energy. If you want to build a stable human society on top of the universal principles which govern life on Earth, then you must build on top of those principles. That's the basis upon which you should build your own understanding too, not on profit, which has a much weaker approximation to survival, but on energy transfer, which is a universal truth. We need to build this more specific understanding of human survival back into the monetary system, yes, but back into our own lives. We can't organize our lives around principles of energetic loss just because we have the money to afford it. It's not wise to knowingly do things to lose the game based on the assumption you're so good you'll win in the end, anyways. The greatness of the human species on Earth does not mean our systems and priorities usurp those of the universe. When you get the dependencies reversed in systems, then those systems fail. I don't want that, and neither do you, because you're wired to survive and see your genes reproduce, whether it's your children, relatives, or in the end, your fellow species. Let's start by acknowledging the ultimate and primary currency, energy transfer, and our own potential energy. That's it for today. So, yeah, like I said, I just want to start pulling this topic together better on this channel because everything that I write about has this at its foundation, that energy transfer, energy losses, and energy gains are the most important things that happen. So I hope you have a good rest of the day. Pay attention to what you spend your energy on and what energy you consume to do things, but that doesn't involve your energy. That's a great place to start. Just see the energy transfer happening in your life and pay attention to it, and you can start to learn from it.